Hello everyone. In this video, we will be starting with ColBERT, like how ColBERT can be used with the help of Qdrant and how ColBERT-style search explained. Okay, building late interaction retrieval with Qdrant. So, starting with first of all, the main question like what ColBERT is. Okay, so as we see that ColBERT is a contextualized late interaction over BERT model. Okay, it is a fast and accurate search and retrieval model that matches the deep language understanding of BERT with the high speed of traditional keyword search. So basically, what ColBERT is, it is a fast and accurate search and retrieval model. Okay, that matches the deep language understanding. So basically, BERT is a model by Google in which the text is breakdown into tokens, and that on that basis the model is trained. And what ColBERT is, it is a higher version of it where the accuracy and the speed are both increased for search and retrieval. Okay, so that is the main what ColBERT is. Now coming back to our topic, how we can use Qdrant. Okay, how Qdrant is better. So basically, when you see like in a document, all the text is there, and if we train on that, that model, by starting first we analyze the text. Okay, so basically the whole text is converted to a single vector. Okay, so there will be noise data also in this, like the repeating words like in or and or the, so basically, and some other repeating words, so that creates a noise in the video. Okay, not in the video, in the area of the training model. Okay, so that noise will affect once the model is trained, and when you will be using test data, so that will be making an issue while once you train the model. Okay, so basically it is the thing. And yeah, so now here you can see that most vector search works like this only. Okay, so there will be an entire document and that will be converted to a single vector, and on that basis the model is trained. Okay, so now uh, let's move to a second image where you can see that how ColBERT works differently. Instead of one vector per document, it creates one vector per token. So a 10-word sentence becomes 10 vectors, each capturing that specific word in content. At search time, we compare every query token against every document token. Keep only the best match for each query token and sum those best matches. This is called late interaction. Okay, so because of this, the comparison happens later at query time, and it's why ColBERT can tell, like if taking an example, so apple the fruit apart from apple the company, based on which other words are nearby. Okay, so how this works is it creates one vector per token, not one vector per document. So a document contains large amount of data, and if that is converted to a single vector, that will create an issue. But if one vector is for word per token, then every token is analyzed, and the model when trained should know, like this word is like the apple is a fruit, and we are not making it as apple the company. Okay, so it's like this. And when we move towards another image, so here you will be seeing that ColBERT tutorials don't show you, so this doesn't require a hosted server. Qdrant Edge, the same embedded offline engine from my last video, has native MultiVector support built in, including the MaxSim comparator ColBERT needs. So everything we are about to build runs fully on device, no server, no network calls, and even no internet needed. Okay, so that's the beauty of Qdrant Edge, that no server needed, it fully runs on your device, and no network calls are to be happened. Okay, so yeah, that's Qdrant Edge. And yeah, now we will first start by creating a virtual environment. Okay, so here we will be like starting with UV, as I have the environment pre-built. Okay, so let's just activate it, and if you are creating the environment, so just start with UV venv. Okay, and when you enter this, you will be getting that your environment is created, so just activate it. Okay, so for that the command is dot venv slash cri scripts slash activate. Okay, so yeah, as you can see that my virtual environment is ready. And now, yeah, so now we will be creating the one second. As you can see, my virtual environment is ready. And now let's see like how the Colbert model is. And yeah, so let's move to search engine. Okay, so okay, so here you can see that yeah, here we had created yeah, so here you can see that here we had created the config variable where we are defining the edge config. Okay, so here you can see that this is the key line and multi-vector config. Okay, so yeah, the multi-vector config with the MaxSim comparator. So this tells the shard that this vector field isn't one embedding per point. It's a variable length list of token embeddings, and it should score them with late interaction, not a simple dot product. Okay, so yeah, here you can see that we are creating the edge vector parameters, and where the distance is from cosine and the size is vector dimensions, and the multi-vector config. And here you can see that yeah, we had created the comparator, the multi-vector comparator dot MaxSim. Okay, so that's the edge shard. And now you will let's see the data. Okay, the document.json. So here's the data, like some list of data, and from this the quadrant edge will retrieve the data. And now, yeah, so this document has 24 passages deliberately including ambiguous terms like apple and bank, and in different context. Okay, so for each document, Colbert generates one vector per token, so longer documents get more vectors. Okay, so it's like this, not one vector per document, it's one vector per token. Okay, so just make sure remember this, as this plays a very important role when you are using Qdrant Edge with the use of Colbert. Okay, so yeah, let's build the index like with the command python hyphen m scripts dot build underscore index. And when you enter this, as you can see that yeah, the building of the index is started. And yeah, here you can see that the all 24 documents, okay, the all 24 passages are retrieved one by one, and the number of token vectors are assigned, like it has 29 token vectors, it has 30 token vectors, and so on. Okay, so here you can see that yeah, the 24 documents are indexed into local shard, and it is ready to run. Okay, so yeah, now let's check first that our Wi-Fi is off. so that you can get the explanation like how Qdrant Edge is running offline. Okay, so yeah, here you can see that if I do anything or let's say do one thing or just check it. Okay, so let's say I am searching this. So here you can see that yeah, my Wi-Fi is off and no internet is there in my laptop. Okay, so yeah, moving towards next, let's test like how Qdrant Edge is working and how our code is running. Okay, so yeah, first like having the code like Python hyphen m scripts dot what we are searching, and then the space, and let's say I want to search for apple. Okay, and once I enter, okay, my bad, the Python spelling is wrong. Let's change it. Okay, now let's run this, and here we can see that yeah, it is runnable, and it has fetched according to just one apple name. Okay, so here you can see that apple tree needs full sun and well drained soil, so that is coming from here. Like okay, that is for company, and once, so like 24 passages are there, so it can come from any one passage. Okay, yeah, so let's test another one, like the same thing, but in the place of apple we will be writing a detailed text. Okay, so yeah, starting with like a fruit that keeps doctors away, and once I run this, yeah, so it is running, and yeah, here you can see that a fruit that keeps doctor away is a classic snack choice, and yeah, here it is coming in healthy snacking tips, and here you can see the MaxSim score. Okay, so yeah, like this, let's test more queries so we can get more idea regarding what it is. Okay, yeah, so just changing the text of it, it will be like the same, like programming language for beginners. Okay, like this, and yeah, once I enter this, again you can see everything is running offline, and you can also see the query latency like the 1.46 millisecond. Okay, and no server and no network round trips are there, and my Wi-Fi is also off, and yeah, here you can see that the text which we had given a programming language for beginners has returned that yeah, learning to code as a beginner. So basically it is matching. Okay, it is matching the text, or we can say the tokens or we can say the vectors per token. Okay, yeah, the Python is the most popular first programming language. Okay, and then the data science part, so yeah, it is having the match by match part, and according to that it fetches and gives the maximum score of it. Yeah, so let's test one another thing, so that yeah, let's say a luxury sports car. Okay, yeah, and when we are running this, here you can see that the query latency is 1.50 milliseconds. Yeah, so, and it is running totally offline, and here you can see that yeah, the luxury car brands compared is the Jaguar F Type is known for its sleek design. So basically here you can see that yeah, the code is running properly, Qdrant Edge is running properly, totally offline, no server is required, and it is giving the data according to the docs, and also uh, per vector is assigned to per token, so it is fetching the data according to that. And yeah, here you can see that the code is running properly, and the ColBERT model is also uh, offline, like here you can see the offline ColBERT search. Okay, yeah, so that's the final thing. And here you can see that everything is running properly, and we had checked thoroughly. So yeah, moving to the next part is the image. And yeah, here is the final part is one important note is Colbert is powerful, but token level comparison is more expensive than a single dot product. In practice, it's most often used as a re-ranking step. You retrieve a smaller set of candidates with fast regular vector search first, then re-rank just those with Colbert for precision. We kept today's demo small enough to search directly, but at scale, retrieve then re-rank is the pattern to reach for. And here you can see that yeah, the fast retrieval is the single vector search where n number of documents are converted to a single vector. And when moving towards the Colbert re-rank, here the MaxSim score will be given, and everything is happening on token level. Okay, here everything is happening on document level. So when you done this, move towards this, and here you will be getting the MaxSim score and the token level, and according to that you can re-rank and make your database more powerful. Okay, so when comes to production, it won't exaggerate to give answers. And yeah, so that's late interaction search, token level precision running fully offline on Qdrant Edge. Link to the docs and this code are in the description. If you found this useful, just like, comment, share and subscribe. Okay, and let me know in the comments what you had want to see built with this next. Thank you.